All right, good evening, everyone. This is a special board meeting of the San Benito CISD Board of Trustees. Today is Tuesday, September 6, 2022, and I call this meeting to order 5:31. We begin with roll call. Ms. Janie Lopez,
Present.
Mr. Oscar Medrano,
Present.
Mr. Rudy Corona,
Present.
Dr. Ariel Cruz,
Present.
Mr. Orlando Lopez, Mr. Mario Silva,
Present.
Ms. Teresa Cervellon,
Present.
Mr. Stephen Weller. We do have a quorum. Our first item is public comment. Give me a moment.
It's on your agenda.
All righty, the next item on the agenda is public comment. Before we begin, I will remind our audience members of the board's procedures for handling public comment. The public comment portion of our meeting is available to members of the public who wish to address any topic. Anyone who would like to speak during public comment must sign in prior to the start of the meeting and list the topic or topics they want to discuss. Each public comment speaker will be allowed a maximum of 3 minutes to address the board for each topic or topics. If more than 10 speakers are signed up to speak on the same topic, all additional speakers on that item shall be limited to 2 minutes. However, any public testimony speaker who requires a translator will receive up to 6 minutes to address the board. Please keep your comments or criticisms civil and courteous. Please avoid using profanity and refrain from making personal attacks on others during your opportunity to speak. Lastly, we ask that you do not discuss students who are not your own children. If a speaker is seeking board resolution of a specific complaint, that concern should be addressed through the district's grievance process. District policy DGBA has been established for addressing employee complaints. Policy FNG is the avenue for filing parent complaints, and policy GF addresses community member complaints. Grievance forms may be obtained at any campus administration office or at the district central administration offices. Our first speaker is Ms. Mary Maney. Ms. Maney, welcome.
Superintendent. I just wanted to, since it's been a while since I've been up here, and it is the start of the new year, I just wanted to start off on a really good note here. Part of our activities at the high school, we've done some fundraisers already started, and I just want to emphasize just how lucky we are that we have departments that are not related to each other that actually will help others do their goals. Our purchasing department, Mr. Cavazos and Ms. Barbosa, are very helpful when you're trying to locate stuff and get an idea of who might know and where to go. They've been very helpful. And I do apologize for butchering any names as I go along. I've had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Gallegos, and I really was impressed with the fact he was listening to me, and he's already working on stuff, and it made me feel like I was making a contribution, and it felt good. It helps with on that morale level that we really need. Mr. Salinas has been at the high school, has been really helpful in also helping us be able to do, has items that we can borrow and do. Our coaching staff out there at the athletics department, Miss Alma, is fantastic in helping set up dates and find out who's doing what when and where we might be able to slide something in. Coach Pardita has been very helpful helping us be able to access buildings and your maintenance, helping us with it. Our trainers, Laura Garcia and Reese Tarbett, I mean, I know they had a tragic over the summer, but they are a fantastic group, very helpful and all that. It's just one of those that, our new administration at the high school, you're seeing the differences, and it is different, but it's one of these that we're working together. We're not just standalone departments. So I just wanted to again emphasize to you guys that we're doing something good. Now, thank you very much.
Ms. Maney, thank you. Okay, our next person for public comment is Mr. Jesus Aguilera. Mr. Aguilera, welcome.
I'm not prepared today because I wasn't supposed to be here, but there's some things that I needed to let the public know. First of all, the helmet that was lost, and I called the soup, I called the principal, and I called Coach Aldana. Within 30 minutes, they had an answer for me. It went on to, we're gonna take the helmet to the game because the parents were calling me that they weren't gonna have a helmet. But again, maintenance department got it, found it, but there was a problem. It had a hole. That Friday, Coach Aldana called me, said, Chuy's got a hole. I'll fix it. Here's the address. Next thing I know, he did, fixed it, picked it up, and they took it to the game on Saturday. So it's nice to have somebody that will get it done. That's the first one, and I need to just thank Coach Aldana for that. Number two is the school ground over here, Calandrum. I was coming down the road. I went like this, and I went like this, and I said, that's a hell of a job. So I turned my car around, because it was either the city or the school district. So I turned around, well, it was the school district. Again, I called Coach Aldana. I said, Coach, these people are doing a heck of a job, real good job. Just thought I'd let you know. Okay, third one. Go back to the helmet on Parents' Night. Okay, and we're out there and no helmet. There's no helmet to be found. Okay. So I called Coach Aldana. I said, hey, man, the helmet, man, is it going to be put up? See, Chuy, it's out there in the warehouse. I'll send the maintenance persons to go and get it up. Again, it went up. Okay? But these are the concerns that some of the parents had, and they called me. And all of these guys just took the ball and ran, and Coach Aldana got everything done. So for that, I just want to thank all of them for doing that, because our quarterback club that we had quit on the kids. You can't blame them. You can't blame them because you can't find help. Now we got a new pair of parents that are going to take it over. Let's see how they do. But they're going to find out there's very little help. Number 4, Chuy's Cousin Sports Business. Some of you board members like to talk and say that Chuy's Cousin Sport made $3.5 million. And that is correct. I did. Okay? When I was doing work for IES, immigration. Okay? Now, they accuse some of you of taking money from me. Okay? Pero the one that was there, he benefited 3 times. Okay? I've never used any drugs, sold any drugs, been around drugs. Okay? My business, I've earned everything that I have. Everything. And what I choose to do and who to help is my personal business. Okay? So the Run Run, if you want to see the article, it's in the Run Run. All right? And I don't have anything to hide. And yes, they've come to my office. Okay? I have nothing to hide, gentlemen. I worked 22 years with the Texas Department of Health as an X-ray tech. I put 27 years in the military, and I've owned my business for now 30 years. I work hard. So all I want you to know, I've never used drugs or been a part of drugs. And this man here, he's not here because he likes to talk. Well, I'm letting all of you know, go to the Run Run, it's there. And you'll see where my name comes out, Choose Custom Sport, $3.5 million. And last, I wanted this to be all positive. Unfortunately, I got some wind of some news, but I am coming back. And I'm gonna talk about our head girls track coach. I'm gonna be talking about our athletic director. And here's the worst one, guys. I am gonna tell you a story of a board member that went to Chick-fil-A and spoke to the manager of one of our kids. That will be coming. And you're not gonna like it because you know what? It's just sad that that happened. And I didn't wanna come. I had business at the city, but I had to let you know, let the public know that, I've done everything that I have to do, and I've done it honestly. I have to go back to the city. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Aguilera. Our next speaker is Lupita Ortega. Ms. Ortega, welcome.
Good evening. Thank you for having me again, board members, community. I'm here. I have 3 items. If you can go ahead and proceed. One question. If I say them in Spanish, will you also give me the same time?
It's the same topic, and it's one person, so you have 3 minutes, ma'am.
So 3 minutes, then I have to cut it in English, half in Spanish.
If you so choose, yes, ma'am.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you give me 3 minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
So 3 minutes for English, 3 minutes for Spanish.
No, 3 minutes for your topic.
That's nice to know. Thank you. The first one, if you can go proceed, sir.
We did.
Say it.
Your time started, ma'am. You have 2 minutes and 19 seconds left.
The first one is safety.
Yes, ma'am.
Safety is one of my big priorities. I've said it before, and I'm only being adamant about it because one of the child that got killed in Uvalde was one of my brother-in-law's nephew, cousin. So it really hits close to home. So these are real quick. The first one was May 5th, 2022, on the videotape. We had robbery at our new facility. And one of the board trustees asked the superintendent, if there was security. Mind you, is that in our property? I know they have bonds, insurance to take care of the equipment, but how about a life? Do you think, will insurance cover the life? No, it won't. Our job is to keep everybody safe in our community, either being school, workers, it doesn't matter. That is our priority, to keep them safe. God forbid, that man said that car was getting there. You don't know if they had a gun? The workers were going to work and doing what? Their job. To do something for San Benito, for the children, And do we have security or police out there? That's on the superintendent. That should be one of your priorities. Safety, regardless. Then curriculum. You have people's lives on your hands. Did you ever check back with him and see if anything has gone wrong with him? Have you sent out patrol out there? Because let me tell you, superintendent, it's your job to let the chief know. Everybody's lives is on your hand. How many minutes do you have?
17 seconds for that topic.
I'll just wait for the next one.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yes, yes. Insurance. On this one, I did talk about it last time, and I did say it was a quorum. And just to let you know, it was a quorum. You know, and it's sad to say, but who's paying for that insurance? Our employees. Our employees are paying for that insurance. Plus the school's paying, I don't know if it's $300, $450 or something. On top of that, the plan itself, it's different. These individuals are paying for their insurance. You're not paying for their insurance. They are. And what are you doing? And I state, and this is what I'm going to read, what this board member wrote and stated. We did have a quorum, but we didn't discuss issues, and we didn't even discuss his insurance. Anything to discuss, we didn't even discuss, Medrano said, excuse me. But here, it says, furthermore, that trustee said, still has to search for bids for the district health insurance, choose to provide the meeting. He will choose next time. In other words, that was a quorum. That means, I don't know if you spoke about business, and let me tell you, it looks bad. And I will say something right now. That is a legal matter. When he said quorum, he implicated the ones that were there. And I am requesting all board members to look into this. This is a serious matter. This insurance shouldn't even be getting a bid or talked about at all. And I, as a voter, as a community, how do you think they feel? People aren't even getting paid enough to pay their insurance, mind you alone, while you're there. And I will ask this. I want somebody of you all to go to the district attorney and check into this and investigate it. This is a very serious matter. And if you don't think so, guess how they feel, the employees, the cafeteria, the security, the hourly. Those are the ones that are getting paid less. Can you imagine not getting cancer insurance or any other insurance because they're not making enough money? How many minutes do I have left?
You have 24 seconds. Are you done with that topic?
Done. Thank you.
Next one, superintendent.
Thank you. On this one, on the superintendent, I was here. I was the only one here that day. And I did voice my concern about a superintendent. The only thing that I do have about that is local BE local states. Voting shall be voiced, voted, or show of hands as directed by the board president. Any member may abstain from voting, and members' vote or failure to vote shall be recorded upon by request. Local CBD AA local for the board president rights. So I left because I was waiting. And just to let the public know, there was 4 people. It was a quorum. The board vice president came late. And I saw her because she passed behind me. So now, as a part of the community, as a registered voter, I'm requesting for you to show me a show of hands how you all voted. And that is my right. Because if you don't do it, you're violating my rights. How many minutes do I have?
A minute and 34 seconds.
Este es para el superintendente. Aquí estaba ese día y yo vine de dar, ¿verdad?, ¿Qué era lo que quería de un superintendente? Había 4 miembros de la sala de directiva. La que vino tarde era la superintendente. Había entonces 5. Ahorita le estoy diciendo al presidente que él los enseñe y que diga quién votó cómo. Ese derecho es para aquí, para la comunidad de San Benito, para los que votan, para los que pagan taxas. Y nosotros tenemos derecho. Porque si no, entonces él está volviendo entonces lo que él no los quiere enseñar o que quiere esconder. Por favor, yo les suplico que él los enseñe y que ahorita les diga, porque aquí están todos los que votaron, los únicos que votaron. Y es lo que estoy pidiendo. And I just need to know if you're going to vote or not, because I sent an email to TA, so I just need to know if you're going to vote or not, because then I have to respond back to her. Yes, I'm finished. Thank you.
Okay, next item on the agenda is item 2.1, discussion, consideration, and possible approval regarding purchases over $25,000. Ms. Zerbeon?
Yes, sir. At this point, I am recommending that the board approve the purchases over $25,000 as presented.
I have a question. Who will use the Chromebooks? Just Berta Cavazza or is it district-wide?
Well, with the Chromebooks, we are now over the $25,000 threshold. Individual campuses are buying them, as
Okay.
well as the district. So this is why we're putting
Because
it
here
on
says
there.
it's Berta Cavazza Middle School, so all the
These-
schools will buy them, right?
It depends.
It depends.
Some will, some will not. And also, we will be buying several hundreds at the district level.
Okay.
Ms. Herbion, do you know how many working Chromebooks or tablets the district has? There's been several times that we've approved Chromebooks or tablets for the district, and inclusive, we bought iPads as well. Did you all get an inventory or anything like that?
I know that right now, Ms. Peña is working on an inventory. At a time, we were told, and I don't know if they have an update yet, but I don't think as of now we have the latest update. At a time, I was told that we had about 6,500 working Chromebooks, iPad devices, but that changed a little because they were not taking into account some devices that were purchased by the campus level. So right now, that is exactly what we're doing. We're trying to ascertain what our needs are. And then also think, at the same time, some of the devices are aging out, right? So after a certain amount of years, we pull certain devices because we can't put certain apps on it, or we can't give it certain updates. So that's where we are right now.
Did we provide Chromebooks or any type of laptop, iPad for the students in the Go Academy?
Yes,
Each student that is enrolled has a school district issued device.
correct. And we also received a grant to fund those devices.
Ms. Cervellon, on the ones that are, I guess, that are becoming obsolete, will they help us any, the company, as far as like maybe purchasing them back and giving us some sort of credit?
No, the Chromebooks are really inexpensive, and after, I guess, the 4 to 5 year cycle, how many, 3 year cycle, whoa. Okay, 3 year cycle, over there we kept them for. After a 3 year cycle, we use them for parts. Is that what y'all are doing with them?
Some of the devices.
Go ahead and come forward, Mr. English.
Good afternoon, President Moreno, board members, superintendent. The devices run anywhere between 3 to 5 years. So there's two different ones. There's a warranty that actually covers the device, and then there is the length of time that Google will still do updates to that. Google will end the support after a certain amount of time, usually about anywhere between 4 to 5 years. So most of the devices are going to expire from Google support in 2025, 2026. There are some that have expired as of 2021, 2022. They usually end in the summer. We usually try to cycle those out at that time. And I'm happy to answer any questions or concerns.
So what are these being purchased for?
Those particular ones, that particular quote was for BC, but we do actually purchase multiple over time. Each campus, as Ms. Sarvillon said, we do purchase at the district level as well as on the individual campuses.
But for what purpose? Is there like a specific
This is,
group
I
or
believe it's a replacement of what's already there.
Replacement?
Replacement.
So is the intention for each child in the campus to have
Yes.
one?
This is for Berta Cavazza, my understanding it's for a lab, just like we bought some or purchased some for the STEAM Academy. Theirs was for robotics, this is also for a lab setting.
Okay,
That
great.
was my understanding. And again, it depends on the needs of the individual campuses. So you'll have some campuses purchasing, and they may be in a different cycle as well.
But we do still have a one-to-one ratio.
Yes.
Device to students.
And I can correct the numbers. The last report that I pulled from the devices is currently standing at a little over 9,500 devices.
Okay.
So we are a little over at the moment. All right.
Ready?
So we're over and we're purchasing 300 more, but they'll be cycled out.
Because some of the active devices are expired and they do need to be replaced. Last time I polled, it was somewhere around 1,000 devices that need to be pulled away and replaced.
And those are
But these
devices
are-
that students have or devices that staff has?
Devices that are in the Chromebook carts on the campuses.
Okay.
But you said this purchase is like for the labs?
I believe so, yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, any further questions, board members?
On the KSBG cameras, these are for daily use, so none of this is going to be, how do I say it? This is these are the cameras that go out or the cameras that stay in the studio?
It's the cameras we use for everywhere. In studio, they go out.
Okay. Just making sure.
Is this part of the plan, Ms. Servillon, to increase our advertising for the school district?
Correct. So I know that we've been working a lot with marketing our district and promoting everything that we're doing here on the campuses. They've been doing a really good job of getting out there and getting us footage, and the kids have been doing a really good job as well. So yes, it's to expand our marketing efforts and also to support students that are helping us get all the footage that we need.
That's right.
Any other questions? Okay, at this time, do I have a motion to approve the purchases over 25,000?
So moved?
Okay.
Second.
I have a motion by Jenny Lopez, second by Mario, or you? It was you, right? Rudy Corona. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries 6-0. I counted myself this time. All right, next we have closed meeting. In accordance with Texas Government Code, Open Meetings Act, the board may move into closed session for the following reasons. Section 551.071, for the purpose of a private consultation with the board's attorney on any or all subjects or matters authorized by law. Section 551.074, for the purpose of considering the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee, or to hear complaints or charges against a public officer or employee. And Section 551.082, certain school board deliberations. The time is 5:59, and we move into executive session.
Approve the employment of the individuals presented and closed.
Okay, board members, are there any questions?
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by Oscar Medrano and a second by Mario Silva. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries 6-0. Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn? Do what? No. Action matters considered in closed session, the only one thing with the employment. So we should be good. Okay, so do I have a motion to adjourn? Okay, a motion by Mario Silva, do I have a second?
Second.
A second by Rudy Corona, all those in favor? Raise your right hand, motion carries 6-0. 6:26.